So, serious question. Can Joseph Parker dethrone Oleksandr Usyk? We know after the spontaneous fight Saturday of Joseph Parker stopping Martin McCauley after being a replacement for Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker mildly, there we go, called out Oleksandr Usyk for a fight. Um, I think, since he is with Frank Warren, they're looking more towards Daniel Dubois getting the opportunity for Undisputed since he's already champion. But I think we'll talk more about that in my live stream at 10 o'clock, later this morning. But I do feel that Joseph Parker shows some type of adversity because one thing he does possess is his size or lack of, even though he's gained about 20 pounds. And I think he did that in prep for Daniel Dubois. But I do think if he did lose a couple pounds and made himself more elusive, or the weight may help him, I think that he could be a challenge. Will he necessarily beat Oleksandr Usyk? I'm not sure because Usyk hasn't showed us any of those weaknesses, Like one of the most competitive fights I've seen Usyk is in was three that stick out to me. One was the Michael Hunter fight, which he went 12 rounds with Michael Hunter, and Michael Hunter, I think, gave him a good go. Two, Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora did give him, a nice little scrap. And three, the first Tyson Fury fight, which Tyson Fury pretty much, was doing very well until he got chinned in the ninth round, and then the fight pretty much stopped. Or the fight changed, should I say, from that there. But I do think that, Joseph Parker, with his style, I think his style could commend a good challenge for Usyk. Would he necessarily beat him? I'm not sure. But then the question is, Joseph Parker should be respected, and Joseph Parker is very underrated. He's a very underrated everything. So when we talk about Joseph Parker, we're talking about someone that's eye level with Usyk. And I think Usyk, will have more adversity with someone either shorter or similar height to him, if you notice. I think Usyk's better at fighting taller guys because his advantage is his size or lack of size, because he's more mobile and quicker than those bigger guys. Well, if you got someone shorter, that's a little different. The challenge is different. The punching angles are different. You're not punching up here. You're punching mid-level, mid-level, mid-center. That's where you're at, right in front of you. Not anything that's up or, that you're better with distance. And I think that Usyk doesn't have that advantage as much with somebody smaller, like Joseph Parker. And I think they should stop treating Joseph Parker like a half-ass gatekeeper. You know what I mean? They're treating Joseph Parker how they used to treat Derek Chisora, in a sense, because even though he's beaten and whooped everybody since Turkey Al-Ashikis came over, I still get that impression. But of course, we'll talk more about that during the live stream. But can he dethrone Oleksandr Usyk? I think that anything's possible based on how Usyk is. One thing that people haven't looked at thoroughly about Joseph Parker compared to someone like Usyk is age. Age. Okay? And again, age will be a factor, and I will go more into that during the live stream. But no, I think Joseph Parker has just a chance as anybody else, just like he had with Daniel Dubois, because the more of these new fights we see how things that's supposed to go in our minds don't go in reality like we think in our minds. But of course, you guys tell me what you think of Joseph Parker with this question. Can he dethrone the king, Oleksandr Usyk? And I'll leave you with this. Oleksandr Usyk should probably really be more worried about I get Caballo, since he is now the mandatory. And that is one of his belts that he holds, the WBC. So that's another food for thought. But of course, again, you guys tell me what you think. Please subscribe. And you've all been counterpunched.